Caitlin Todd has departed the village after being interviewed by police over Charity Dingle's accusation that she sexually assaulted her. Earlier this week, Caitlin targeted Charity after she lost consciousness following a heavy drinking session. In the aftermath, Charity went to the police and officially reported the incident. During her interview, a detective asked Charity to explain the events in detail. She was later taken for a medical examination so that potential evidence could be gathered. The detective informed Charity that Caitlin would be arrested, and that promise was carried out in the latest episode. Unsurprisingly, Caitlin denied the accusation and claimed that although she and Charity had sexual contact, it had been entirely consensual. After her questioning, Caitlin returned home to collect the remainder of her belongings. She had previously announced plans to relocate closer to Sheffield after securing a new job, making this her final day in the village. At the same time, the detective visited Charity with an update, revealing that Caitlin had been released from custody. She also explained that the medical examination produced inconclusive results, leaving investigators without enough evidence to support the allegation. The update came as a devastating blow to Charity. Although the detective assured her that she believed her account, she stressed that any additional information that could strengthen the case should be shared. For a brief moment, it seemed Charity might reveal the truth about baby Leyla and the blackmail ordeal, but she chose to remain silent after losing confidence in the investigation. Struggling to come to terms with the situation, Charity later stepped outside and saw Caitlin saying her farewells before leaving. As she drove away, Caitlin even waved at Charity, adding further insult to injury. With Caitlin now gone, questions remain over whether Charity will ever receive justice. Discussing the storyline, producer Sophie Roper explained that it will focus on the lasting effects of sexual violence and the complicated emotions Charity faces as she deals with trauma caused by another woman. Roper noted that conversations about female-on-female sexual assault are often limited, and the story aims to highlight the isolation many survivors feel. It will also examine the difference between the legal definition of sexual assault and the way some victims perceive their experiences, feeling that the terminology does not fully reflect the severity of what happened. While the storyline will be challenging to watch at times, it will ultimately showcase Charity's strength and determination as she faces the aftermath of the attack and begins her journey toward healing. Emmerdale has confirmed the arrival of a new member of the Sugden family, with producers teasing a series of compelling and dramatic storylines set to unfold in the coming months. Stage performer Casey Al-Shaksi has joined the cast as Serena Sugden, a character who will soon find herself connected to several of the village's most prominent residents. Casey began filming earlier this year as part of the show's ongoing efforts to strengthen the Sugden family's role within the village and re-establish them as a central force in future storylines. Speaking about joining the soap, Casey expressed her excitement at becoming part of such a well-known program and taking on the role of a Sugden. She described Serena as a complex character with hidden depths and said viewers can expect plenty of drama as her story develops. Producer Laura Shaw also welcomed Casey to the cast, highlighting the importance of the Sugden family to Emmerdale's history. She revealed that Serena will become involved in several major storylines that place her in challenging situations, leading to decisions that could have far-reaching consequences for some of the village's most familiar faces. Serena's first appearances will see her caught up in the aftermath of a distressing event involving a long-established resident. As events unfold, she begins to struggle with her involvement and the difficult position she finds herself in. As her story progresses, questions will emerge about why Serena chose to move to the village and whether her true loyalties lie where people expect. These mysteries are expected to play a key role in her future storylines. Before joining Emmerdale, Casey built an impressive theatre career, appearing in productions including Once on This Island, Bonnie and Clyde, Prince of Egypt, and Rumi, the musical. Earlier this year, Laura Shaw spoke about her ambition to expand the presence of several key families in the soap, after years in which the Dingles have dominated many of the show's major plots. She explained that one of her goals has been to strengthen the identities of other long-standing families, particularly the Sugdens and the Tates. Shaw noted that while Victoria Sugden is currently absent, Sarah remains an important member of the Sugden family, and future storylines will continue to reinforce those family connections. Further details surrounding Serena's arrival and the impact she will have on village life are expected to be announced in the weeks ahead. Emmerdale actress Louise Jameson has confirmed that Mary Goskirk will play an important role as the fallout from Charity Dingle's traumatic ordeal continues. Recent episodes of the ITV soap featured deeply upsetting scenes in which Dr. Todd took advantage of Charity after she became heavily intoxicated. For weeks, the manipulative surgeon had been pressuring Charity over a secret involving baby Leyla. Initially demanding £10,000 to keep quiet, the amount later escalated to a staggering £100,000. Desperate to protect the truth from coming out, Charity stole money from the depot and managed to hand over £30,000. However, her anxiety only intensified when Caitlin warned that the secret would be exposed within a day unless the remaining balance was paid. Believing she could somehow raise the outstanding money, Charity turned to alcohol in an attempt to escape the mounting pressure. As she drank, she eventually challenged Caitlin to reveal the truth, a decision that left the surgeon feeling she was losing control of the situation. After waiting for Charity to lose consciousness, Caitlin then carried out a sexual assault. Following the incident, Charity went to the police and reported what had happened. She underwent a medical examination before speaking with detectives, who assured her that an arrest would follow. However, events took a devastating turn when Caitlin denied the allegation and insisted that any sexual contact between them had been consensual. As a result, she was later released, and Charity was informed that investigators did not have sufficient evidence to support the case. As the storyline moves forward, attention will shift to Charity's emotional struggle as she wrestles with whether to confide in those closest to her or continue carrying the burden alone. Meanwhile, Vanessa remains completely unaware of Caitlin's true actions. Having become romantically involved with her, she has accepted Caitlin's version of events and has been led to believe that both Jacob and Charity were the problem. With Caitlin now gone from the village, it seems inevitable that Vanessa will eventually learn the truth about the woman she trusted and welcomed into her life. When that moment arrives, she is expected to need significant support. Louise Jameson has revealed that Mary will be there to help Vanessa through the difficult period ahead. She hinted that Mary will need to be a strong source of comfort as Vanessa deals with the devastating consequences of everything that has happened. The actress also described the storyline as extremely dark and praised the performances involved, particularly highlighting the work of Caroline Harker. Emma Atkins has previously spoken about the emotional challenge of portraying the storyline, describing it as one of the most demanding and significant plots she has ever tackled on the show. She explained that while Charity is usually seen as strong and resilient, this experience exposes a painful vulnerability that has been difficult to portray. She also expressed hope that the storyline may encourage survivors to speak out and help others better understand the lasting impact and isolation that trauma can cause. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.